Greetings all, and welcome back to Globbits Gaming Channel. Finally, I have World of Warships. Huzzah! Okay, right. Big shout out before we do anything. A certain individual who I've known for, well, pretty much from the whole history of my channel, and beyond that as well, previous to that, around about nearly 2 years now. Bossman. I called Mr. Bossman. He's an alpha tester in this. He's a good friend of mine. Well, internet friend at least. I've never actually met him in real life, but he's an internet friend. And he contacted me during my Beyond Earth video, my latest one, my episode 7, and basically said to me, "Oh, by the way, I'm an alpha tester. There's a thing that's come up on the forum, and every alpha tester is allowed 2 or 3 slots." That they can recommend friends that haven't got into the beta, because unfortunately when the beta was actually released for open, sort of like, not open, but it was given to the closed beta, was given out to the public, only certain people got in, and the window was very, very small. It was on the 12th of March, I believe. Unfortunately, I was preoccupied with recovering from my trip to Canada, so unfortunately I didn't get in. And I've been looking forward to this game for a very, very, very long time. So yesterday evening, around about 8 o'clock, when I recorded the Beyond Earth video, Bossman basically pinged up on the Steam and said, "By the way, I've got you into World of Warships, suggest you go and download it." Well, an evening later, basically I got to bed at around about 3 o'clock that morning. It's now 1:30 the following morning on the Saturday. I got it on the yesterday on the Friday, and I've managed to get myself a few ships. I've been playing it pretty much non-stop. I went to sleep around about 3:30, like I said. Skippy and T-Demon helped me out to basically teach me the basics of the game. I'm not experienced enough to give you a review of the game, but I'll give you my first impressions. Awesome. It's an absolutely brilliant arcade ship game. It's not a simulator, guys. If you're after a simulator, this is not a simulator game. Basically, it's World of Tanks with boats, and it's cool. Alright, it plays differently to World of Tanks. It's a hell of a lot slower paced. You'll experience that from the video and the replay, not replay, the game I'm going to go into. And you've got 4 different classes of ships. Okay, currently in the tech trees there's only Japanese and the Americans, with also a Russian ship in there for some unknown reason. Unfortunately, there's going to be the same old credits and gold system that you see in World of Tanks, except the gold in this is called piastres. The credit system, convertible XP, this is nothing new to World of Tanks people, and stats of ships, we'll come on to that later. The basic tech trees, you've got Japanese. The Japanese get battleships, which are just big hulking lumps with humongous fucking guns on them. Just let me allow you to show the top of the tree, the Yamato, fucking absolutely humongous thing with fucking great guns on it. Alright, the basic job, they're not heavy tanks. People often accuse them to heavy tanks. They're not. They're kind of long-range, slow-moving, sort of like powerhouses, if you like. You've then got your cruisers, which you've got 2 basic kinds of cruisers. You've got fast cruisers and armoured cruisers. They've kind of jobbed them all into one lot. They're basically designed to have bigger guns but less armour and be quicker, the battleships. So kind of like medium tanks, but not, if you know what I mean. And then you've got destroyers. Now, destroyers have torpedoes, which are really, really funny. I haven't figured them out yet, but they are kind of cool. And also, they're very, 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 very fast. They're ridiculously quick. They're like speedboats, basically. They zip around. They can deploy smoke and all that kind of stuff. And the Americans get aircraft carriers. They also get cruisers and destroyers, but they also get aircraft carriers, which is basically where you get a top-down view, not like artillery, where you get to basically launch wings of fighters. You can launch torpedo bombers, fighters, and dive bombers to basically cause havoc on the enemy team. By the looks of things, there will be a premium ship system as well. There's a couple of premium ships in the game, but at the moment you can't actually buy them unless you're an alpha tester. Only beta testers don't get access to piastres or premium accounts at the moment. Just to give you a basic idea of my profile, the commanders, you don't get to play battles against other players straight away, which I was a bit, well, not annoyed with, but it was kind of cool to get an idea for how the game actually works. The ranking system is basically, at rank 1, you can only play co-op battles, which is against teams of bots, which is kind of cool. but it's not bots as what you'd think as in people that sit there and do nothing. The bots are actually quite hard. I've only won 2 bot games out of 5, I think, but our team is pretty much naff. And they basically get a carbon copy of your team. So if you go out in a tier 1 ship, there will be a tier 1 ship as your opposite number, which is really, really cool. You have to do a couple of these battles before you can get up to rank 2 and play randoms. It also gives you a credit bonus, which is cool. And you can slowly build up your commander's level, which is you, and eventually unlock daily missions. Well, people that play World of Tanks will have nothing. That's nothing new, as you can see from there, from the main screen, from the port screen. Excuse me, the port screen. I've done my daily missions for a significant amount of time. All right, they do reset. All right, but basically I've got to wait for 58 hours for my next mission to be available. 10 hours, 34 hours, and 58 hours. Okay, so when you complete them, you get bonus credits and all the usual shenanigans there. Now then, back on to me. Alright, I'm up to level 4 now, which means I can accrue free experience, which works exactly the same way as World of Tanks. This is a good little pip to get, because what this has enabled me to do is get myself out of tier 1s. I've only got 1 more ship to unlock from the tier 1 ships. The next one I'll be able to do is Ship Commander, which, unlike World of Tanks, you don't have to crew your entire ship. It's just one guy, the captain, El Comandante himself. Alright, so he can basically give me perks and all that kind of stuff, the same as it can in World of Tanks. And then when I get to level 6, I can upgrade my ship so I can have better guns, I assume, better propulsion, better fire control, and all the rest of it. So yeah, it pretty much works exactly the same as World of Tanks. My favourite ship at the moment is this thing, the St. Louis. It's ridiculously good. It looks like a bag of nails bolted together, but it's really got lots of guns. We're going to come into the more how the game actually works with regards to gameplay and guns when I learn a little bit more about it. But first thing we're going to do straight away is I'm going to jump in a game. We're going to jump into a game in the St. Louis. Alright, and we'll see how we actually get on. So this is completely live, completely unedited. There is no replay system at the moment. I'm sure it's going to be instigated at some stage. Obviously, I will be inundated with replays. Now you will realise I'm actually part of the beta test of World of Warships when the replay system actually is allowed. I'm not sure when it's going to go into open beta so that everybody can have a play at it. I hope it comes in sooner rather than later, but I think what they're doing at the moment is stress testing the servers and working out the balancing issues, because this St. Louis is ridiculously powerful. Okay, so we've got standard battle. Great. Okay, there's 3 kinds of battle in this. You've got standard battle, which is this one. You've also got encounter battle, which is where there's 1 cap point for everybody, same as World of Tanks. You've also got domination, which is those of you that play War Thunder, is where you get a cap point A, B, and C. And I really don't like that game mode because it doesn't work with the ships so far, because ships don't exactly move very fast. Those that you're expecting really fast gameplay, it doesn't really happen in World of Warships. The fastest kind of gameplay you're going to get is from destroyers, and even then they're not that fast. But anyway, let's get into it. Come on, load. I'm so excited. Oh, I can't believe how excited I am with this game. I absolutely thoroughly love it. It's amazing. I've never actually played any sort of naval strategy game or any kind of other naval game before, so this is my first intro into seaward battles. So we're in the game. The game's already started because for some reason my computer's really slow. So the guys have already kicked off and moving. You've got your map screen, which gives you an overhead view, and I'm going to go north. So what I need to do, W and S control your speed, but you do it in increments. You either go quarter speed, half speed, 3/4 or full speed, and then you turn your ship using the D and A keys. Now you can see the thing under my ship there. That's underneath my ship just there. That's my rudder pointing in the relevant direction, and you can use E and Q to set it to, for example, max rudder. Okay, now this ship is absolutely bristling with 152mm guns. It's got loads of them. Alright, we're just going to steam over to there, reset the rudder to neutral. I'm going to face all my guns that way. Now, my effective range is represented on the mini-map by the dotted circle. It's around about 10 kilometers, I believe, but I don't want to be first into the fight because, as far as I can tell, it's quite an even matchmaking actually. This is quite handy. Good. They're all tier 3 ships, so this should actually be down to skill rather than ship size. We've got 1 battleship, a Kawachi, we've got a couple of Chesters, St. Louis, Stamsons. Yeah, I've got 5 destroyers on each team, 6 cruisers and 1 battleship. That's actually probably the best matchmaking I've ever had in this. I played last night obviously, and it's obviously slim pickings with regards to the matchmaker, and it is beta matchmaking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the targeting view. You've basically got 2 kinds of shells, HE and AP, keeping it simple, And I'm out of range because I can't actually aim at these ships, but this is giving you a basic idea of what it looks like. Now, you have to lead your targets, alright? You have to shoot in front of them if they're sailing forwards, and obviously shoot behind and lead them to the direction that they're actually travelling. Little destroyers there, absolutely tiny. They're laying down smoke. You see that? That's one of the destroyer's abilities. They can lay down smoke so that we can't see them or shoot at them. And our St. Louis there has actually taken a bit of a hit. Ships have ridiculous amounts of health, but then again your guns do ridiculous amounts of damage. Okay, so I've got, I think it's 14 cannons, which have the ability with AP to do 3,000 damage per shot. Alright, so don't be thinking of this like World of Tanks, thinking, oh my god, I'm going to take me forever to get him down. And as you can tell already, I've been in the game for 2 minutes now, and I haven't done anything. I can't actually shoot anybody, everybody's out of range. Until I crest around this headland. Alright, and I think I should be able to shoot at stuff when I get around this headland. Now, I'm steaming at 22 knots, which is kind of the best speed of the St. Louis. It's not the fastest ship in the game by far. It's not the slowest. But just to put it into perspective, there are some battleships that actually sail faster than this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some pot shots at this guy when he comes around the headland. Now, he is a cruiser. I've got to lead him nicely. When my reticles turn green in the centre, that means that guns are on target. Double click. Send out a salvo of HE. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change to AP. And that was far too much lead. Far too much lead. He's not sailing anywhere near as quick as I thought he was. So turn a little bit more to the right, which I believe is starboard, and I'm going to aim about there. And that gives a proper broadside. Now that's a broadside. Double click gives you a full broadside spread. First volley on video! Kill steal for the win. First volley on video. Bang! Yeah, it doesn't always end up like that. And he's steaming a little bit quicker, because as you can see there, still good lead. Still good lead. Managed to get some good hits on him. Firing again. Full broadside. This guy is so screwed, it's unbelievable. What do you need to do when you're sailing in this particular setting though? I'm going to give it one more broadside, and I'm going to check where I'm going, because the edge of the map is there. So what I need to do is turn completely to the left, or to port, I believe, if I remember rightly. Port left, starboard right, I can't remember. But it takes a while to turn. Boom. Didn't get the kill on him. It takes a while for the ship to turn. I'm basically going to turn on to my broadside because I get more guns to bear. As you can see in the bottom left hand corner down there, I can bring more guns to bear if I'm side on to enemy ships, and that's what I want to be. I'm going to get this guy sneaking around the headland. He's a destroyer, give him plenty of lead. Oh, that's actually good salvo. Good salvo. Oh, I managed to hit him. You can also hold down the mouse button to give sequential fire like that, which is kind of cool, so you can spread out your shots, which isn't going to work against this destroyer because he kind of knows what he's doing. Oh, I managed to hit him twice. Wow. What is this wizardry? I need to record more of my games. I never have this kind of accuracy. This is brilliant. What I'm going to do now is that 6.9 kilometer guy around the other side of there. I'm going to turn, try and engage him at closer range. Now, when I say close range, the ranges are measured in kilometres. Extreme range, or actually being capped as well, which isn't good. That's can't really do anything about that. There is somebody there getting into that destroyer. It's 4-4. I need to kind of head back towards our cap. You do need to be aware of this when you're actually playing this game. Manoeuvres don't happen as quickly as they do in World of Tanks. I'm going to have to steam full speed back towards our base, because that guy's going to cap us out. So steam full speed! Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Facing a broadside from that guy is not a good idea. Managed to hit him. Let's keep the fire going. Any guns that can shoot him, shoot him. He's going to aim at me in a minute. Yeah, here we go. Incoming. Turn, St. Louis, turn. Keep firing. Keep double clicking, keep firing. Come on, heavy damage. He's managed to hit something critical. But the St. Louis just has so many cannons. Just keeps up a withering hail of fire on this guy. Not really doing a great deal of damage to him. Uh-oh. They've made a move on our base. I think we're going to lose this game, guys. I think we're going to lose it. Even though my first salvo, I did manage to get a really heavy hit. Now that guy's on fire. You do get a repair kit. It's a ship repair system where you basically, your fire control boys get down there and put out any flames. Oh, they've moved out of the cap circle. Has that destroyer actually died? Oh, I stand corrected. We might actually win this. This guy managed to kill this guy. Oh, awesome broadside. 6 shells. Yeah, I think that destroyer, that Wix there, is going to kill him. What is that guy there? That's a Kawachi. That's a battleship. Now that's why I wasn't doing a lot of damage to him, and he was absolutely ruining my life when I came around that head. He was shooting me once, doing like 4,000 damage. Now, AP and HE. Armour piercing ammunition. Battleships have ridiculous amounts of armour. I don't think my AP shells are going to be doing that much against this guy, so I may switch to HE. See how we get on. Yeah, there he is. Look, as soon as he comes around the headland, he's a battleship. Boom, 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 boom. Have that, my son. Oh, doing okay damage to him. Let's keep the fire up, keep the pressure on him. He's going to have a really, really slow reload. So I'm going to aim for... I want to aim for the back of the ship. I want to aim for the citadel. Oh, that was close. You can see that destroyer there. Yeah, we're causing damage. Causing damage. His secondary guns are coming into play now, I believe. Oh no, don't do that to him, destroyer. Get out of the way, you're blocking my line of fire. Ah! Alright, I'm going to take the shots. Oh no, he's killed him! Killed him with torpedoes. I believe that was torpedo hit. Okay, cool. Right, we're going to steam towards the enemy cap circle. Again, this thing turns like you wouldn't believe how slow it turns. It's ridiculously slow. The St. Louis is supposed to be a... Well, when it was designed, from what I can remember from Jingle's video, it was supposed to be designed as a fast cruiser, then they bolted more armour to it, which made it slower. But in this game, it's represented because its guns are just... Most ships have turrets. This one doesn't. This is a pre-World War I ship, so therefore it's got its guns on the side, which in the game helps you a hell of a lot. Because when you're in battleships and larger ships, from what I can gather, you have to wait for your turret to turn, and your turret's take an absolute age to turn. So what we're going to do, try and sail towards this Chester. I don't think I'm going to get there in time to kill him, which is unfortunate. That first broadside, guys, did you see that? First broadside of recorded video gameplay of World of Warships, and I managed to blow him out of the water. Fantastic. Alright, I'm happy. I am happy. Happy as a pig in poo, as they say. Alright, what's that over there? That's a St. Louis. He's not going to be in any sort of fit state to do anything. I think I'm basically... This is the end of the game, guys, which is kind of unfortunate. I wanted to get a bit more action in. That was quite fast-paced. Lower tiers, always a little bit more fast-paced from what I can gather. Your higher tier games tend to be a little bit more... I've just crashed into a buoy there. Sorry. Sorry. I'll fix it. Am I going to get a chance to shoot this St. Louis? Oh, no, he's all kinds of fucked up. Look at him. Yep, he's down. GG. Right, let's have a look at the battle performance then. Now, unfortunately, you can't look at the post-game stats after you've clicked back to port, so you have to keep making sure that I review them before I go back to score. So, team score then, how did I do? No, it's not bad. In the top half. But there were some really, really good players on there. He got 2 kills, he got 3 kills. Yeah, a Kawachi battleship should be doing that kind of damage, really. For a detailed report, managed to do 24,000 damage, which as far as I'm concerned is pretty good. I don't know. Is it good? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, I managed to win, which is a bonus. So, back to port then. And that's my first ever game recorded in World of Warships. What do you think, guys? I'm going to be featuring quite a bit of this on the channel. I'm not going to neglect World of Tanks. I'm not going to neglect Beyond Earth or my War Thunder or anything like that. But this game... Alright, okay. My general plan for my ships, alright, while I'm here, is I'm going to get out of the Katori, alright, and I'm going to do Japanese destroyers and battleships, and I'm going to do USA cruisers and aircraft carriers. Because from what I can gather, the Japanese get better destroyers than the Americans. They get better torpedoes, etc., etc. From what I can gather, I might be wrong. I'm not really going to bother with the Japanese cruisers because the Yanks' guns are just a massive. Alright, I'm going to bother with the specialty ships though. The battleships and the aircraft carriers. So, back onto the grind. I can now unlock the Phoenix. I can't quite unlock the Langley just yet. I'm going to wait for the Langley. I think I'm not going to research the Phoenix just yet. However, that has 3 different hulls with... lots more guns, which could be quite sexy. And it gets torpedoes. Oh, it's a cruiser that gets torpedoes. Alright, no. Langley. I'm going to go for the Langley first. So I'm going to have one more game in the St. Louis off camera and get the Langley researched. So, Globby's in World of Warships. Huge, massive thank yous out there to Big Boss Man, guys. I'm going to leave his channel address in the description below. If you enjoy these videos, it's only been made possible because of him. Go and subscribe to his channel. Alright, he hasn't got that many videos up, but just do a bit of a sub for him, get him a few more views. Alright, as a bit of a thank you. Alright, I'm going to have a beer with him down at Tankfest as well. So, hope you enjoyed that, guys. That's a 20-minute video. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos over the next afternoon. Alright, once I get things like the Langley and all that kind of stuff sorted out. I'll take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Bye now.